You don't get to decide.
No. But that's
So it doesn't matter.
You know, I was dead for many years before I was alive.
How do you know that?
I mean, I wasn't on this planet before I came on.
How do you know that?
I haven't.
Again, speculation.
All I know is my consciousness from,
Yeah.
from what I remember and from what I know.
You remember anything about yourself before you were born?
No.
So how do you know you lived before you were?
Doesn't matter then.
It does, because if you're going to make if you're going to make a claim as as grave as this, then you need to have some substantial evidence for that.
No, but
what is your belief on that?
Wait. I personally.
There's no evidence.
No, but if you're going to say that you live, by the way, as a Muslim, we actually have evidence for this from the Quran. Allah says that Allah took an oath from everyone, from every soul. And Allah asked, Alasta bi rabbukum? Am I not your Lord? And everyone unanimously agreed, yes. And that is what we call fitra that lives in us, that if the truth is brought to us, this fitra which is clouded, you'll recognize it. So when you say, I don't care, it doesn't matter. Actually, it does matter if the matter of what happens to you is not in your hands.
No, I just don't see the relevance of it.
Did you understand what I just said?
Yeah, I understood. Yeah.
Okay, so if the matter was not in your hands, you're not the judge, nor the jury, nor the executioner. So it doesn't matter. Let's say you're in the court of law.
Yeah.
Now you are on trial. The judge, jury, and executioner is someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Now if they convict you for a crime, and there is a punishment for that, a consequence, then it does matter, right?
Of course.
Good. So it does matter if what happens to you after life is like God. If God actually was just, then He wouldn't just let some, mass murderer go to free. Because normally for murder, the worst punishment in this world is what? Capital punishment, right? You die.
But surely that's enough punishment for committing such an act.
Yeah.
Why does he need to be punished for eternity?
What I'm saying is that if he had killed, like for example Hitler, millions of victims, one death, you think is that fair?
No, I'm saying.
I'm not going to indulge with you. I'm going to talk to Alex.
Regardless of that,
yeah.
I'm saying that Hitler got what he came.
No, but what I'm saying is that, do you think that's fair? All these victims,
fair, but reality is not fair,
so
my friend.
I'm asking you, how will you get them? How will you get all these victims justice?
Okay, are you assuming that equality exists in this world?
Say again?
Are you assuming that there's justice in this world?
It depends. It depends where. It depends where. Because it depends. There are many places there's no equality, like in Gaza. Do you think there's equality in Gaza? No, there isn't. So there isn't.
So there's equality.
Why do Christians always interject?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So there is no justice.
Don't they know they're not wanted sometimes? They should get the message.
But I'm saying that. So you admit that there's no equality and no.
In this dunya, look. Equality in this dunya you will not find, because what are you expecting? You're expecting Jannah over here. Jannah is not here. Jannah is up there. So there's a difference between this place where you find a lot of atrocities, a lot of inequality, a lot of good as well, and a lot of bad. There's a mixture. Exactly. So this world for us is a test. What defines you as an individual as to what will happen to you in the akhirah? Yes, it's not just being a good person, because being a good person and rejecting God, that is the biggest sin.
I know. Yeah.
Do you know that? Yeah. Shirk is the biggest sin. So even if you are following a good, let's say whatever, Allah will give you the ajr for that, the reward for that in dunya for you. In whatever way He sees fit. Because Allah says that He's not unjust. And Allah is not unjust in any shape, way or form.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so when you say that is there equality? No, there isn't. There are many places where there is no equality.
So there is no equality between, although Hitler killed 6 million Jews, he still dies.
But that's what I'm saying. Just that for him, what about the victims? How will they get justice, according to you?
That's because life.
What? Just let it go.
No, that's because life is not fair.
But God is fair.
No.
Yes.
I'm saying that none of it's fair. Because
that's what I'm telling you, Alexei. God is fair, and that's the reason. There are some people who deserve eternal hell. Okay?
But that is an assumption.
It's not an assumption. What's an assumption?
God is an assumption.
Why is it an assumption?
Because it's not. There is no empirical evidence for it.
Why do you need Why do you need empirical evidence for someone who's not physical?
That's my point.
So you're looking.
It's a very useful tool to advance.
Are you saying empirical evidence is the only form of evidence?
No.
Okay. What's the empirical evidence? You have a consciousness.
Consciousness.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
But do you have consciousness?
Yes.
So you accept things without empirical evidence?
Yes.
But there you go. Accept Allah then.
No. You can't extend it all the way there. First.
That's one place where Christian will agree with me.
You can't extend it all the way there. Because
why not?
No, because it's an
Okay,
assumption.
okay.
It's something that we know that we have.
Okay, Alexi, let
We
me.
acknowledge that we have it.
No. It's a subjective knowledge.
Yes, but we know.
You're thirsty.
Thank you.
Keep it for
I'm fasting. But thank you.
We know that we have consciousness, don't we? We're having this conversation.
No, but that's a
now.
subjective. That's a subjective analysis.
We know that it exists. Because we know that we are different
But
to the animals.
Alexei, that's the difference.
We're different to
No,
the ants.
the animals are conscious.
Yeah, but not in the same way that we.
Yeah, they're not rational, but they're conscious.
Yeah, not
Okay.
in the same way
But you see,
yeah.
everyone's consciousness is based on subjective evidence rather than
subjective understanding,
subjective understanding, not empirical evidence, which you're claiming for God. Why would you ask empirical evidence when science doesn't deal with metaphysical? At least not the naturalistic science.
Philosophy deals with metaphysics.
Naturalistic science doesn't deal with because empirical evidence comes from naturalistic science, not from philosophy only. Okay, so what I'm asking is that why are you asking or demanding evidence which is kind of beyond the scope of science? In this case, God.
No, I would put no. I don't make the claim just purely on empirical evidence.
You demanded empirical evidence.
That's part of it. I'm saying.
So what kind of evidence will?
Philosophical evidence.
Okay, philosophically,
because metaphysics, like you said, doesn't exist in science. It exists in the philosophical realm.
Right, but even philosophically,
philosophically, it makes no sense.
Even philosophically, what? God doesn't make sense? There are many philosophers who believe in God. What do you mean doesn't make sense?
No, I make that claim to you. I think philosophically God doesn't.
No, but you're not the father of philosophy.
No, I'm not.
So you're just one individual who appeals to philosophy.
Yeah.
Okay, so philosophically, where did the universe come from?
I think it was always there.
Where's the evidence for that? Why is that philosophically viable?
I'll tell you what the evidence is.
Yeah, go on.
When you look at the expansion of the universe, and you look at what it's expanding into, it's not expanding into empty space.
Heading, bro.
That doesn't exist. It's not expanding into. It's expanding intrinsically.
Empty space would be the universe.
No, it's expanding it's expanding from itself.
What do you mean from
it's so
itself?
large, it's intrinsic expansion.
So imagine a balloon is this small. If it expands, okay, is it expanding in itself or outside itself?
That's what I mean. This logic, what you're applying to a balloon, does not apply to the boundaries, the horizon,
Why?
the edge of the universe.
Why does it not apply?
Because science works differently.
No, but you're claiming philosophy. Wait. What you're saying is not science based. It's philosophically based. You know that.
Yes, but it's
so don't try to mix the two.
It's a combination.
Once again, what is the universe? Where did it come from? Even if it's expanding, listen. Where did it come from?
I think it was always here.
Where's the evidence for that?
From the notion of infinity, from the notion, like I said, its expansion is not expanding into, because if it wasn't always there, then the universe would be expanding into empty space.
No, but we are not talking about, I'm asking where did it come from? You're going into its expansion already.
Yes, because it's linked
I'm asking where did it come from and what is the evidence for that?
I'm saying
you're saying it's always there.
Our universe, for example, what I'm saying, our universe right now came from what we speculate to be the Big Bang.
No, the Big Bang is not speculation, it's a theory.
It's a theory.
Exactly. So it's not a speculation.
Slash speculation.
No. A speculation would be something like a mathematical model, which is an opinion. So a hypothesis would be speculation, but not a theory. A theory needs to be disproven. Until then, it remains a theory.
Yeah, it's a theory.
Okay. Because you're kind of mixing everything up, Alexi, to be fair.
I'm saying that I meant what you said. I meant theory. But I'm saying that before, like, if we say that, what if there was something before the Big Bang?
No, but that's a what if.
Yeah.
But that's called a speculation, by the way.
And science is.
When you just say what if, it's a question. You don't have an answer to it. No, science never confirmed there was a universe before us, or another universe existed before. Never. In fact, they use science to disprove that. They said because of entropy that is impossible.
I think.
Do you know why it's impossible because of entropy?
Why?
What is entropy? Do you know? Okay, so entropy is like energy which becomes useless at a point. Okay, so there's no way for the universe to keep expanding, collapsing, expanding, collapsing, because ultimately it runs out of energy when it becomes unusable. That's the second law of thermodynamics. So scientists use this for people like you who claim there was an eternal. The universe is eternal.
That it wasn't eternal?
I've just told you.
What is it?
I just told you. Scientifically, it's impossible.
It's impossible for there to be something before.
Something before the universe.
Big Bang.
No, there was a universe before the universe.
We don't know that fully. We don't have full knowledge on this thing. And I'm saying that I don't base my beliefs on something that like humanity still has little knowledge of.
Actually, you're basing your beliefs on speculations.
No, but you're basing your beliefs on
I've told you why the scientists disproved
For now.
speculations what you're making. So in future you're going to have is impossible because no one is going to go beyond the universe and see what exactly happened, is it? So what are you going to do? You're going to use inference. You're going to use science. You're going to see what's in our universe and you're going to postulate theories based on that. And the Big Bang theory is the most accepted theory, the accepted model for the existence of the universe.
Yes.
So what you're saying about an eternal universe is not something which is even accepted by the cosmologists.
It is.
It's accepted as a model,
Yes.
which is a hypothesis,
Yes, but
which
it's
is an opinion.
It's beginning to get accepted.
No, it's just an opinion, my friend.
But my friend,
It's not even reached the status of a theory,
Listen.
like the Big Bang.
If you're dogmatic about like scientific beliefs in this regard,
I'm not dogmatic. I'm just saying what they're saying.
No, I'm saying there are lots of scientists right now.
Yeah.
There are a lot that are starting to believe. Why do you think that most Dawa guys in this park have swapped from the cosmological argument to the contingent argument?
No, they haven't swapped. They're still using it.
No, the cosmological.
Yeah.
Then why is Muhammad?
Sorry, the cosmological argument,
Cosmological
meaning
argument.
the KCA, the Kalam argument. Is that what you're talking about?
No, so there was the cosmological argument, which was initially.
What was the cosmological argument?
What you're saying, that we couldn't have come with that. There needs to be a point where there needs to be.
You mean the contingency argument?
No, contingency is different because contingency doesn't require it to go back to a single point. The cosmological argument requires for you to make a point based on something, which was the Big Bang. So the argument is that we couldn't have been something couldn't have existed before the Big Bang. Therefore, something had to have caused the Big Bang. Therefore, that is God.
No. What you're saying?
Uncaused cause.
Your argument.
Uncaused cause.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's contingency.
No, that's cosmological.
Okay.
Contingency.
But what you're saying is something which is that the universe is eternal. You have no evidence at all for that
I'm
to
saying
support.
if you look at the scientists and what they're beginning to say, I'm not saying it's
I actually gave you scientists.
No, I know you gave me the entropy argument, but I'm
You heard of Alexander Vilenkin?
Huh?
Alexander Vilenkin?
Valinkin.
Yeah, he actually used this argument about entropy, and even about even the BGV theory. All this, they all tell you that this is something that the scientists have come to an agreement. The cosmologists, majority of them, come to the agreement that couldn't have been a sustainable universe if it was just something eternal. It couldn't be possible. So anyone who makes this claim is from speculations. It's not based on either philosophy. Even philosophically, for you to say that something which is the universe and it just creates everything without having a will, yes. For example, Sorry?
Doesn't need to.
Okay, so how did something which is just atoms and molecules have consciousness?
That's the whole beauty of science. We don't know.
What do you mean? So saying I don't know is a beauty.
No. Why is that not? Because if you dogmatically stick to something, if you dogmatically assert, and then other evidence comes along, you're gonna put yourself into a difficult situation.
There's a difference between sticking to dogmatically and investigating something from logic and rationality.
Yeah.
As humans, we are logical and rational.
Of course.
Okay, so for you to say that atoms and molecules one day just had consciousness is absurd. It's neither logical nor rational. You're just making assertions here. There's no evidence for it.
I'm saying that we are just beginning to understand the human brain. We're just beginning to understand human consciousness.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I believe that
all the scientists believe in consciousness without empirical evidence, without objective.
We believe we're not scientists.
That's what I'm saying. It's subjective. This is not scientific, by the way.
But we use subjective to decipher scientific facts.
Yeah, but scientists don't use subjective experiences to come to a conclusion. They use objective or empirical evidences. Now, for them to make this exception for the consciousness, because it's the hard problem of consciousness, it is out of desperation and necessity. Because they have no other alternative. They have to accept it. Because these very questions you're asking, the very questions they are asking, and the very responses and solutions they're finding to it is all